Let's talk about those current events right now. As I'm sure lots of people have seen, there's like all these UFOs sighting all over the place. People, the area that started getting the most attention was New Jersey at first, but these sightings that are currently happening are happening all over the world. There's all sorts of theories. Obviously, some of the theories are it's aliens. But the theories that try to be a little bit more realistic, they're saying that these drones are, like, I guess there's evidence that some people are finding that they might have equipment on them to trace nuclear material. So, if that's the case, then there's a concern, okay, well, what kind of nuclear material are these things looking for? Are they military drones that are trying to find nukes or other types of bombs? Which would be very concerning because these drones are showing up, like, they're concentrated in areas that are very high density in terms of population. So, one of the, like, that's not good. We don't want, we don't want the government panicking that we're about to be hit by some sort of nuclear bombs on our cities. I normally don't mess this part up anymore. I'm playing Getting Over It. I'm trying to get my golden, once you beat the game enough times, the little cauldron that you're inside of turns gold. I switched to computers, and I lost that gold sheen, so that means I have to beat it like 50 more times again. But anyway. I think... At first, I didn't think that any of these UFOs that we're seeing right now were, like, aliens or any part of the phenomenon, unidentified aerial phenomenon. I assumed that it was just government drones because they weren't showing enough of the, like, crazy properties that the ones that might be aliens show off. Except then there's all these reports that they are, as well as reports from people who have made accurate predictions in the past. Like, for example, the Bledsoes. The Bledsoes are a family that is intensely followed by the CIA and the Catholic Church. The Chris Bledsoe, he claims to talk to some entity that he calls the Lady. And I'm rusty. I normally don't mess that up. But yeah, it's fascinating because there are so many high-profile people who the Bledsoes are associated with, and they all say that he makes accurate predictions all the time. Like, there's video of him predicting an earthquake years in advance, like the exact time and location and magnitude. And he's just like, oh yeah, the Lady told me. Apparently she talks to him every Easter. And I know someone who talked to him at the current UFO hearing. He gets invited to, like, the UFO hearings. I don't know if you guys have probably seen the most recent UFO hearing. There was, like, a guy from NASA. Lou Elizondo was there. And then 2 pilots, I think, were there, and they were doing testimonies about how these UFOs are probably aliens. Chris Bledsoe was in the background. A buddy of mine asked him, like, what the Lady told him, any updates, and he hasn't made it public yet, but he said that the Lady told him that these things are gonna keep increasing. We're gonna keep seeing more and more UFOs showing themselves. The more we have hearings. So according to Chris, it's like synchronized with the hearings that our government is doing. So I guess the more our government talks about it, the more the aliens are going to start showing themselves. Anyway, a few days after he made that prediction, there was all these UFO sightings, which, you know, the CIA is super interested in him. So one of the theories is that this is all just a psyop done by the CIA. I think there's a bit more to it than that, but... God dang it. I'm rusty. I wonder if I can still do this, I forget. I forget how to do that jump. I think I've only ever done it like twice, but... But yeah, the other thing that the Bledsoes predicted is, he said that the lady told him, what was it? That a new knowledge will be brought upon humanity when the star Regulus aligns with the Sphinx. Super ominous. Wish they would just give us a date, but whatever. People have tried to work with that and figure out, okay, well, when is the star Regulus going to be aligned with the Sphinx? And the estimates is that it would be somewhere between 2026 and 2027, except there was a major shift that happened. I don't know if you guys felt it, but lots of people in the metaphysical community have felt a shift over the past 2 months where it feels like things sped up, like plans changed. And Chris also said that in another recent interview, or it was someone who had recently talked to him who said in an interview, they said basically that the plan has changed. So I guess Chris Bledsoe's prediction of 2026 to 2027 has been moved up to 2025, which would be interesting. I worry that it might have something to do with Trump getting elected president, just because, well, for a lot of reasons that would take, it would sound like one of those guys on the, you know, those pictures of the, like it's a giant poster with tons of pictures and like newspaper clippings, and then they're like attaching all these little strings and connecting the dots. I mean, I always sound like that anyway, but some stuff would I'd really start sounding like that. All right, let's see if I can not fall off these rocks. But yeah, the 2026, 2027 prediction, the Bledsoes have been making that, and they're not, the Bledsoes aren't the only people who've been making that. Other, like, it seems like every single metaphysical space you go to who has made accurate predictions in the past, they're all saying 2026 to 2027, that's the window that it will happen in. And a few months ago, they're all saying, like, okay, there was a shift, it might happen in as early as 2025 now. What was I talking about? I was talking about how it might have something to do with Trump. That's right. Yeah, because another thing that they were talking about is they were talking about how, like, a woman getting elected president was going to represent, like, a peaceful disclosure, a peaceful transition into the next phase of humanity. A woman did not win the presidency. Donald Trump won the presidency. And so that prophecy is dead, and I guess that means, for some people, that the prediction has changed to be a bumpy, rude awakening type of disclosure, which I'm not excited about, but a lot of people are saying that's what we're gonna get. What exactly would that look like? I still haven't memorized where the little divots are inside this mountain. I need to... Ah, shoot. Because they're covered up. Come on. There we go. But yeah. I think the original plan that everyone was sort of, like the wavelength was suggesting, was that we would, as a species, become more peaceful, and the aliens would come in, show themselves, and be like, hooray, you guys did it, peace and love. And now it looks like people are talking about how it's going to shift to an intervention. So I guess, if it switches to an intervention, that would mean that it'd be more like the aliens coming in and saying, hey, guys, this planet doesn't belong to you. This is a shared planet with a bunch of people, and you're fucking it up, and you're voting for monsters. You're not voting for humanity's best. You're voting for their worst to run. And, we're taking over. Getting over it. Well, I can't do that. Yeah, see, wins. It only takes 50 wins to get the special thing. But my computer restarted when I got a new one, or my progress did. But yeah, if we get the intervention style disclosure, that means historically that there has to be some sort of nasty catalyst, like war or people trying to bomb stuff. The Bledsoes, apparently, I don't think they've made this prediction. Maybe they did. This might be a prediction that was made by someone who was talking to the Bledsoes and not... I don't know if they made it public, but... Hold on. They said that Israel is going to fire missiles at Iran. And it's like bad missiles, really big bad missiles. And then the aliens, the UFOs, are going to appear and they're going to stop the missiles. And then from there, and that could happen in as early as 2025, that will, like, mark disclosure. That'll mark, like, people will know for real that something's going on. You know, when there's videos of flying saucers coming in and shooting lasers at missiles or whatever. I don't know how that would really happen, because I feel like that'd be really hard to catch on video. Those missiles are insanely fast. I don't know if there's going to be, like, cameras watching them. So, I don't know. But that's one of the predictions that some people are talking about, is there's going to be some sort of intervention that sparks the beginning of first contact. Alright, well, I'm just gonna play in silence for a little bit. Ooh.
Oh. What? What?
Oh, man. No. It's always the worst when you do really good and then you do really bad on this part. I was doing pretty good.
What?
There we go.
No.
But yeah, I guess pay attention to the conflict in Iran because the Bledsoes who make accurate predictions and the CIA and the Vatican are all over them. They're saying that there's going to be an intervention by the entities when Iran gets shot by Israel.